Hey, I'm Brandon, Kickstarter's Director of Content, and today we're going to talk about post-campaign tools. Congratulations, at this stage, your campaign has been funded. Now, here's what you need to know about the crucial post-campaign stage. I'll review some best practices and features that will help you smoothly navigate the fulfillment process while keeping your backers excited and engaged. And hopefully, you raise more money along the way. First, let's talk about late pledges. Imagine you're a backer who discovered a really cool project on Kickstarter and you want to support it, but its funding period has just ended. You can still support that project if late pledges is turned on. For you as a creator, that means you continue to promote your campaign and capitalize on any attention it gets after the funding period is over. Fees for late pledges are the same as fees made during the funding period. For live campaigns, late pledges can be enabled directly in the Basics tab of your project. When enabled, you can customize the rewards you want to offer once the funding period has ended. Rewards for late pledges can be configured in the Rewards tab. One important note is that once the funding period is over, it will not be possible to enable late pledges anymore. So make sure you opt into late pledges prior to your campaign ending. Consider these best practices when you're in the late pledges stage. Price higher. We recommend pricing rewards 10% above the initial funding period. Continue marketing your campaign after the funding period as part of your campaign story. Update your messaging to celebrate the success of your campaign and encourage additional support. We also recommend that you end late pledges if your project hasn't received any late pledges for 30 days. In the end, how long you use late pledges is entirely up to you. But do consider that when you're ready to send surveys or begin fulfilling that specific reward, you'll need to end late pledges for that reward. Let's move on to getting paid. If your project is successfully funded, Kickstarter collects a 5% platform fee from the funds raised. Stripe, our payment processor, will also collect a processing fee, which is 3 to 5%. You'll receive the total funds minus those fees 14 days after the close of your campaign. Any additional pledges you receive from late pledges will be paid out every 7 days. A seamless fulfillment process starts at pledge management, which means collecting detailed and accurate information from your backers so you can get rewards to them efficiently. This is a great time to thank your backers and start planning what information you need to get from them to fulfill rewards efficiently. You'll create a backer survey to help you collect the information you need to fulfill rewards. It covers backers' mailing addresses, reward options like size and color, and anything else you might need. You can start building surveys at any time during the project funding period. However, we recommend waiting until after your project has successfully ended and pledges have been collected before starting to gather backers' information. The tool allows you to configure one survey for all your backers and rewards, and dynamically present the relevant questions to your backers based on each pledge. Here's a few tips on how to configure your backer survey. 1. The questions should be clear and concise and relevant to the project. 2. Make sure you're getting the necessary information and not overwhelming backers with a very long survey. 3. This is a great opportunity to ask backers how they found you, or if they want to stay connected by signing up for your newsletter or following you on social media. 4. These surveys are great for gathering feedback from your backers. Ask them what they'd like to see from you in the future or other questions to help you plan your next campaign. And 5, use tools like multiple choice questions, rating scales, and comment boxes to get robust responses. As you keep working on your project post-campaign, you want to communicate with backers and keep them informed on your progress. Project updates, your Spotlight page, and your messaging systems will help you keep backers in the loop. Think of updates as your project's blog. Get them a snapshot on how your preparation is going, what milestones you've hit, or maybe you want to share your first test print or a new packaging. Take backers on a journey with you and keep them excited. Backers aren't just looking for updates on when your project will show up. Most of them love to look at the details of how it will work or how it's actually made. Show them. You can post text-only updates, you can use images, videos, or even sound clips. You can mark updates as public or backers only. Updates can also be emailed to your backers or just specific reward tiers. Even after your campaign, backers may message you with comments or questions. It's important to be responsive so backers don't lose confidence in your campaign. Remember, check your messages and campaign comments regularly and respond to any questions transparently. Don't hesitate to communicate delays or changes to your original plan, or to just check in. If backers don't hear from you in a while, they may worry that you're having trouble doing what you promise. If you find that you're frequently getting questions about the same topic, consider making that the subject of your next update. Once your project is successfully funded, use the Spotlight feature to customize your page and highlight images that show your plans coming together. If you're interested in getting more backers, you have a choice. Use the Spotlight feature to direct potential backers on where they can purchase your work, or you can use the Late Pledges feature we talked about earlier to make additional sales on Kickstarter. Once you stop offering late pledges, you can then use the Spotlight feature to connect with backers and keep them engaged with your work. Thanks so much for watching, and we can't wait to see your idea come to life.